Welcome back to Coming This Summer. J.B. Martin.
I was doing Back to the Future.
I always screw it up.
Damn
Ryan
it.
Superbad
It's the
Sharp.
same song. What is it? 2 different notes, you know? Back to the Future and Avengers.
It's running the same, and then at like a point it kind
it
of goes
just goes off.
Yeah, it's its own
They
thing.
said, let's take a popular John Williams theme and just kind of fucking add a note. Yeah. It's like, fork the path.
The multiverse.
Yeah.
That's Back to the Future music in a different...
It's
See what I did?
It's branching off. Yeah. What was that Nexus event?
Yeah, that was Jonathan Majors.
Warner Brothers is good.
Getting arrested.
Yeah.
So, as
my
we like
God.
to do, we keep
Yeah, and
things
he was shouting, he's like, I'm a conqueror! As he's being like
dragged away in handcuffs. We are fair and balanced here, unlike, like Fox News and those places. So we got to cover both sides.
We're not just going to come out every time Ezra Miller fucks up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
We're coming for you, Marvel.
Yeah, because we've been accused of being
buckle them
Marvel
pants. Yeah, because we're coming for you.
So, over the weekend, he got arrested like Saturday night.
Jonathan
Jonathan Majors. Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror, also in recently Creed 3, starring alongside Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Allegedly assaulted his girlfriend.
Yeah, and there's people now coming out
her
all over the place saying that he's abusive,
sociopath,
and this sociopathic
asshole on set,
asshole monster. Yeah, which
so we've got a lot to cover here. I have a couple questions.
I got a lot of questions.
We're
gonna first talk about Jonathan Majors, what this means for him as a career.
Okay,
and then also MCU future.
Yeah, we got just a couple things.
We got
to
a
blow through here.
2-parter in the same video. Here.
So I'm just trying to understand how someone can be that violent and loud and keep and aggressive and sociopathic and still get roles. And I know
from like when he was still in graduating.
School.
Yeah.
So I'm like I get it. I know the Me Too movement happened, and there's a lot of shady, underhanded stuff. But are there not witnesses of someone
if he chokes his girlfriend, that's fucked, right? Obviously, but going from that and then saying oh yeah, he's a sociopath monster. It's well, maybe he was having a bad night. I don't know the fucking whole story.
You're right. We don't know.
What I
but
mean?
When multiple directors have come out now and said, now I'm waiting to see if Peyton Reed opens
he's
his
the
mouth.
reason shows were canceled, that Lovecraft Country.
Allegedly,
yeah. When did where was this?
Why? And
where was
any
of this?
No one called up
Kevin Feige?
Where's the casting director? This is what I'm trying to figure. All of these monsters. This goes back to the Weinsteins and the rape. How has it become
like he would be allowed into the MCU if all this shit was?
And this made me think.
You know what I mean?
Did they change the end of Ant-Man for a different reason?
No.
Because there was all those reshoots. Did they not all of a sudden get word that maybe he's a little unhinged? Maybe Peyton Reed said,
But they still do the Loki end credit scene and then also the end credit scene where he's the other Kangs.
But like I said,
if they didn't do that, we'd be fine
if all that stuff's already filmed out, though, through the next 3 or 4 movies, you're not going to go back and recast because DC already set precedent with the Ezra Miller stuff. So they already got a mulligan now.
Yeah.
Hey,
they go, we got at least 4 movies.
Yeah,
before
you
we
guys
have to
said we
recast.
already filmed it, so we're not deleting it. So guess what? We already filmed it, so we got to keep him in. That's what you did. That's what you did.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That works for the MCU.
It should,
because...
Yeah, DC's casting decisions have been terrible. Marvel, for the most part, has actually been pretty good.
Marvel doesn't get rid of anybody unless they fuck up and throw it away. You know what I mean? Not just because you don't fit in my universe anymore.
But you're right. And I get it. Like I said, I know that these things have existed in Hollywood, and there's always these well-known secrets about how certain people are.
Right.
But if you're Disney and you pretty much have all your chips on Star Wars and Marvel right now, because that's all you got.
You wouldn't fuck that up.
How did you not do any due diligence about a guy that's going to literally carry multiple movies and TV shows?
They did not. They had to have.
That's what I'm trying to
say.
say.
There's no way they didn't.
So they either have a backup plan or he isn't as bad, because his lawyer's no, we got evidence from the cab that this didn't happen. We got we got video proof that. And again, whatever, until he's proven guilty, he can't be guilty. But it's interesting.
Disney doesn't play that game though. If you fuck up,
no,
it doesn't
but they
matter.
haven't commented yet, because I'm wondering if they learned from the James Gunn stuff or the other things to just everybody shut your mouth until we can figure out how we're doing this.
Hold up, it's probably fucking.
Oh, it's a nightmare right now. He hasn't slept in 3 days.
He's packing up his tackle box for fishing on the weekend. He's like, well, ooh, how you doing, sport? You catch that big old 6-pounder? Ooh, ring, ring, ring.
Ooh.
Hello.
Well, they just had to...
This is the happiest man on earth, Kevin Feige.
You remember last week they had to fire that producer that's been there since Iron Man 1.
The special effects chick,
the executive producer,
Yep.
and it came out that she did that movie with Amazon, and that's the reason that she's denying it. But they're saying like, you can't produce another movie without Disney's permission when you work for Disney, and now you're working an Amazon movie. But I still think they were looking for an excuse to oust her because she was in charge of visual effects,
Right.
and they needed a
And
reason.
that was a little lackluster.
And
the
supposedly
past
they
few
went over
movies.
Feige's head to fire her, allegedly.
Wow.
And she was one of like the 3 or 4 people that made decisions at Disney.
Yeah, like you don't.
And
fire
they didn't even.
that.
They went around Feige to get rid of her.
Damn.
So Feige was literally coming off of, we just lost the basically second in charge of the MCU.
it was already scramble mode over
Right.
at Marvel Studios.
And
now
then
yeah.
everything you literally built your next 8 years on.
That's like if. Well, but see, Josh Brolin wasn't even cast as Thanos in the earlier movies until Infinity War, right?
Well, they just used his voice.
Well, and they just like put a different guy as the model.
Oh yeah, as the
Yeah.
model's different guy. They just used
Yeah.
his voice. They could have pivoted to someone else that sounded like him
Anybody.
immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
So that it wasn't
Kang, you're a
hanging.
little fucked on,
Kang is
because-
going to be interesting.
And if this was before Ant-Man, it would be a little worse because you can't not put Ant-Man out. You know what I mean? Because that's like big implications.
That would be huge.
That'd be huge.
Be really a
Yeah.
problem.
And then it's like, oh fuck! Like this is the first time where I'm like, uh-oh. You know what I mean? For MCU stuff.
No, Marvel hasn't. People like to go, oh, Marvel's been ending for the last 10 years, but this is the first actual.
Uh-oh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you feel that?
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
You know, and there's a couple. We talked about this before we turned
James
the cameras
Gunn's
on.
like,
give him to
Yeah.
me. I'll cast him.
yeah.
But
Yeah, he's
like-
gonna cast him as Black Adam.
Just to stick it to the Rock.
Yeah, and The Rock's gonna be King now. That's what I think should happen. I think they should just trade.
Feige
It's
just
like
signs The
it's
Rock.
like an NFL draft.
Actually, bringing Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson in would be really funny.
yeah.
Really, really funny. They bring Cavill could play Doom.
Cavill's too big for Doom. Like
Yeah, but
shredded
you could-
wise.
Yeah, but
He has to slim down a
They could
little. from
CGI that
Doom.
easily.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They gotta do Steve Rogers. They gotta do like Captain
a
America.
reverse.
one. Yeah.
Captain America. I think he could play Doom though. I think
Yeah.
he'd get intense with that face and that
Okay.
mask. I think he could pull it off.
Okay. Yeah.
And if he took it-
a Reed wouldn't be bad. Henry Cavill is a Reed.
Okay.
Yeah. I would take that. Yeah. The
I-
MCU we've gotten projects where Kang is supposedly going to be in. He's supposed to be in
He's in Loki season 2.
Fantastic Four. He's supposed to
Mhm.
appear in. He's supposed to be a major player in Shang-Chi
Which we didn't
too.
mention the release date. Owen Wilson said probably September.
Really?
Late summer now.
Fuck.
So they-
Of this year? But we
For
haven't gotten
Loki
a trailer.
too. Mm-mm.
I would say end of the year then.
Oh, well,
Probably
originally it was like
November.
May is what they were talking.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think that's.
Oh,
I
wow.
think this is more impactful than people realize what this is going
The
to be.
Jonathan Majors thing.
I really
Yeah.
do.
They were gonna be putting Kang in a lot more movies.
Everything.
Pretty much.
He was at least going to get Thanos style
What-
stuff in the movies
What did
he
they
wasn't
say?
in.
They said Kang. There's not a corner of the universe that won't be
Kang's not-
touched by Kang.
So he'll be in every movie in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
whether
maybe
it's
not the
an
big bad. Of the
Whether it's an
movie,
end credit
but
scene or the big
I
bad
can see he's probably not in Captain America 4. You know what I mean?
until the very end credits.
Until the end credits.
Right.
Because that's
I can
more.
believe
Maybe
that.
he's not in Daredevil or Blade. You know, those are a little more. Probably makes sense.
Blade actually
Yeah.
end credit scene where he's taking gods out or something in Blade because
Oh,
of Khonshu
okay.
and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, like in Moon Knight or something. I could.
But
all right.
that's what I'm saying. And a lot of this stuff is already being filmed or is filmed.
or
so
is filmed.
When where do you draw the line? Because people want them to pivot. That's like overwhelming now online. Is like go Doom, bring Doom in, have Doom basically take over and kill Kang, and now
No.
they have to go after Doom because he's the original.
No, Doom needs his own couple years. You don't just bring him in
But
the place of
that's what I'm
another
saying.
villain.
If you don't replace Kang and you just finish out the things
just
that have
finish
been,
Kang.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. But if there are already 5 projects filmed, then you could replace him at the end of the 5 projects, and maybe you just bring another actor in to finish out the
Just
role.
bring another actor in. You said John Boyega.
I think Disney
Star
owns
Wars.
him. I think Disney owes him a lot.
I think Disney
So-
owes him a fuck ton.
So I
Yeah,
think-
they robbed his character in Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would play a great bad guy.
There was so much to his
You
character.
know?
A stormtrooper that was
Yeah.
programmed to be bad has a conscience and decides to and has force power. There was I would take a trilogy of him and all of that. There was
Yeah.
so much there, and then they were like,
And then we get Oscar Isaac and John Boyega back in the same fucking franchise. Boom!
actually, it would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Poe and Finn back at it again.
And that's if all this stuff
Yeah.
is true. Now, if it comes out and that his girlfriend lied and there was nothing and nothing happened and she's choking herself on video,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
never know.
No,
We've seen crazy
especially
shit.
we don't know from fucking this.
We
I
don't.
have no idea.
No, we
Yeah, I
don't. And if
can't.
it comes out,
Yeah.
then you can't. Then the rest of that stuff is hearsay until he pisses off someone at Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
watch
mean?
a video every time I wake up of Ezra Miller choking somebody. So
That's what I mean. If the video comes out and Jonathan Majors is slapping his girlfriend and choking her down, well then.
yeah, you want to fight? It's like an exact recreation of the Ezra Miller.
Yeah, they were just doing it. He was just doing a bit, and the girlfriend didn't like him now. Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Outside
That's
of
my Ezra Miller impression.
That's a Ryan impression. You're doing an impression of yourself as Ezra
am
Miller?
I projecting? Oh.
He's like, no, but seriously, DC.
I'd love to be Flash. Yeah. All I got to do is beat the fuck out of people in a bar, and I get to be Flash. Yeah. Wow-wee.
Yeah, I just.
I'm going now.
I hope it comes out that it's not true, like sincerely, because that sucks.
He's
Because
a great actor.
how do you blow your career that
He's a
fast?
great actor.
That'd
too.
be one of the biggest rise and falls of all time. The quickest rise and falls of an actor. An
He's
A-lister.
been around though.
Yeah, as an A-lister.
Okay. Yeah. As
Like-
known. He was just coming up.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
he
yeah,
exploded,
yeah.
had 2 gigantic movies, and then
Back to back.
back to
gigantic
back,
movies,
and then
yeah.
beats his girlfriend. Like that seems. God, man, people just.
Well, that's an ego thing.
It is.
You know,
You're
it's like
right.
it goes right to your head. Power is a hell of a thing. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to take her word for it, too, until the stuff comes out. So you don't know. You don't know. So you can't fire. That's the only thing I wish they don't fire people and don't freak out and don't hate either side until.
Just don't
if
comment.
There's video coming out, then
Just
let's wait
don't
for the
comment.
video.
Disney, just stay
They
course.
seem like they're finally.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's see
You
what
know what I mean?
happens.
You got Guardians coming out in a month.
Yeah, and he's probably
Hold the line.
He's probably the end credit scene on there.
Probably.
It's probably a huge linchpin for that movie, and they're like,
Probably.
oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, the main bad guy takes a mask off and it's Jonathan Majors.
Well, yeah, I can, you know what I mean? Like, I can hear the reviews now, like, why Guardians was definitely the best so far from Phase 4 and 5. Though Disney still has the Jonathan Majors problem. I can already see the reviews.
I'm gonna end
A
the
major
video, so-
problem. And I knew where you were going, you dick. And
Okay.
all of them.
Okay. I heard the last hour is fighting.
I would believe it.
And I'm like, yes.
Minimal
Yes.
CGI and all set pieces.
Yeah, all practical fights. Yeah. Okay, well, CGI
We'll have a John. Well, yeah.
characters
Well,
getting thrown
minimal.
out of buildings
Minimal.
and- yeah, right.
All movies have CGI.
Some things you need
For
effects
people
for.
that think CGI ruins movies,
No.
most movies that are filmed are all filmed in the day, and then they CGI the night or they CGI the seasons in, and you'd never know because
like
that's
rain.
good CGI.
I need it to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have time to wait around for rain to happen.